sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one. And it's all up next.
We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams that love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
On the return is Sean Tucker. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. If he continues to play up to his potential, this team's going to be tough to beat.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. They send Evans in motion. From the gun, it's Mayfield, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. Here comes Smith on the return. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But when he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
They face second down and 7. The motion man is Nakua. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be third down and short. They'll fake the handoff now. Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Buccaneers offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On play action, Mayfield. That pass complete to the veteran, Sterling Shepard. 18 yards, and a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
They go play action with Mayfield. Looking downfield for Otton. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. Receiver in motion, going right. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. A gain there of 13 yards.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. This one is caught by Shepard. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Baker gonna give it to Irving. What a move! He's in! Bucky Irving! Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Here's Ethan Evans now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This returnable with Palmer. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Buccaneers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. To the left side to Godwin. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. He'll tuck it and take off. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run with Irving. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. Good for a 1st down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
That is caught, and he's in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Buccaneers will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. On the play fake, here's Stafford. That is caught downfield by Cup. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Williams. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He'll find his tight end. It's Colby Parkinson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Second down, it's Stafford. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. 3rd and 5. Play action, Stafford. He's got it inside the 5. And he'll take it on in. Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, L.A.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Rams are on the board. It's now 14-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now it's Bucky Irving to return, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Give. This is Irving, and he'll take this to about the 28. Christian Roseboom there on the tackle. Second and 7. Here comes Otten in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. Open man, the tight end, Keith. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They send Godwin in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. Going up top for Evans. And